by circumstances in their home, by divorces of their parents. And then after the secondary school, we're looking at an artisan school, so that instead of having rewires, we can have electricians. Beyond the artisan school, we also want to start a Bible training center, ministry training center. In addition to the Bible training center, my big heartbeat is for the African Institute of Business and Governance.
The Rock Cathedral is more than just a church building. It's a center for social justice and national reformation. A home for all.
I would like to crave your indulgence as I ask you to please stand as we honor God and the gift He's given us in this house to receive the one who has carried this vision for 18 plus years. What was in concrete many years will now sit and stand in this building. Let's receive together the senior and founding pastor of House on the Rock Churches and the Rock Foundation, Pastor Paul Adefarasin, as he comes to bring the homily today.
You may be seated in the wonderful presence of the Lord. Your Excellency, Mr. President, Mr. Goodluck Abele Azikiwe Jonathan, our keynote speaker and guest of honor, Mr. Tony Blair, as I've learned from you, standing therewith on all protocols. Permit me to acknowledge the teeming masses of colleagues, friends from far and near. Some have come from as far away as the United States, Southern Africa, Eastern Africa. And allow me, with yourselves, to applaud your presence. And if you'll permit me some little indulgence, a home that I spent much time in growing up, parented by two special persons who are here this morning. I want to give them some honor. Otumba Nerelu, Kunle Ojora, you're most welcome. To the Muson family, who have housed House on the Rock for the better part of 18 years and have been so gracious to us and courteous, providing us opportunities. We are ever thankful to you, Mr. Williams, and our history could never be written without the inclusion of the Muson Center. May God forever bless the memory of Mama Oye Williams, your beloved wife. May her soul rest in perfect peace. Immediately following the special remarks from the President, there will be an abbreviated tour to briefly conduct His Excellency and his team with some of our guests around some small parts of the building. But it falls to me now, with very nervous feelings and butterflies in my heart, to share a homily in front of my President. And it's the second time that I will do so. The first was another president. Your Excellency, most distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. Permit me to take this opportunity to once again, on behalf of the House on the Rock and the Rock Foundation, with their families, to welcome you all to the Rock Cathedral and Metropolitan Church of Christ here in Lagos. I especially thank our special guest of honor, His Excellency the President, for graciously accepting our invitation in spite of his Herculean responsibilities and the extremely exacting demands on his time. Your Excellency, it is hard to believe that you only have 24 hours in a day like the rest of us. Also, our profound gratitude goes to the guest of honor, the illustrious Mr. Tony Blair, who somehow managed to fit the dedication of our small building into the myriad of obligations his endeavors around the world present to him. He is a precious asset to world peace and social justice. Thank you for your inspiring words and your instructive admonitions. While standing here today at this inauguration may in some ways mark the end of what has been quite an exhilarating, though often daunting journey, through Christ, we have, however, faced our woes and fought off our worries. We have endured our toils, and excuse the pun, we have paid our tolls. However, the vision has now come into its appointed time, and today signifies the beginning of a new and challenging chapter in the unfolding history of the Rock Foundation and the House on the Rock. The acclaimed writer Eric Hoffer once said, and I quote, "In a time of drastic change, it is the learners who inherit the future, whilst the learned usually find themselves equipped to live in a world that no longer exists."